everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Charmaine Wannabe. I am a certified public accountant and I am the owner of CB Financial Limited, located here in Abaco, Bahamas. Now, today's video, I will be piggybacking on my last video where I talked about how to get out of high amounts of debt in your business. So, if you're a business owner and you find yourself in high amounts of debt, owing a lot of creditors, owing a lot of suppliers, or even owing the government and backed up taxes, my last video talks about how to get out of this type of debt. But today I'm going to talk about how to prevent this type of debt from happening in the first place in your business. Now, as an accountant, I love to advise people to always know your numbers. No matter how big or how small your business is, you should always know your numbers, meaning you should always know what's coming in, you should always know what's going out, and you should always have correct numbers to make financial decisions on. Now, I notice a lot of business owners, how they run their business in a financial way. I notice many business owners would make decisions solely based on their bank account balance. So, if they have to make any expenses decisions or any planning decisions, they would solely make that decision based on what they have in the bank account. Now, I know this sounds like it's the correct way to do, and it's also the easiest way to do it. Doing business this way can have some real detrimental effects on your business finances, meaning one, it can cause a lot of financial losses for your business in the future, or two, it can cause high amounts of debt in your business in the future that's unexpected and unwanted, of course. So I want to share with you a story that I have when it came to a business that I encountered some years ago, who did business this way, who made decisions solely based on their bank account balance without having any numbers, any figures to also make the financial decisions on. Now, this business was a fairly medium sized business who had a lot of revenue coming in, and they were operating day to day with their expenses, with staff, paying staff, utilities, just a regular day to day mid sized business. Now, this business, what the owners and the managers had a habit of doing was only making decisions based on the bank balance and not having any accounting numbers to also make their financial decisions on. So, if they had a bank balance of $10,000, and because they didn't have any numbers, they didn't know that they owed creditors probably $20,000. That means they would just run the business solely based on what they had in the bank account, not knowing that there's so much money outstanding to other people, and also not knowing that the debt to those other people were just accumulating and accumulating without any of the monies, any of the cash being used to pay down that debt. And what eventually happened to that business is because they were doing business that way, they found themselves $100,000 in debt, just because they didn't have any numbers, any accounts payable numbers, and because they were just running the business on the on the based on the bank account from day to day. Now, in this situation, that doing business, that habit, I like to call it, is a bad habit, really cost them a lot of money. And to for you to prevent yourself from getting in a situation like that, the best solution to that is to always have accounting numbers, and that is to always have correct accounting numbers and to base your financial decisions on numbers. And in this case, specifically, your payables numbers, which is how much money you owe other suppliers and how much money you owe the government in taxes. So if you run your business, let's say you look at your bank account and you see the bank account has $20,000. But if you know you owe $30,000 to suppliers, you're going to be more inclined to make sure you don't use that full $20,000 for other things, but to pay down on, the debt that you have with those creditors or with those suppliers. So I strongly advise, my advice to prevent, that type of situation that I just told you about, who found themselves $100,000 in the hole. My advice is to always make your financial decisions based on correct accounting numbers. You should always know, still know what your bank account balance is, but always know what your accounts payable number is. Always know how much money you have owing to people, how much money you have owing to the government, how much money you have owing to suppliers, so that you can always prevent, any debt accumulation, high amounts of debt accumulation, and prevent, those type of financial losses in the future in your business. So I hope this was helpful for you. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will also link the my last video at the end of this video today, where I talked about how to get out of a situation like that. And also feel free to visit my website, www.cbf-solutions.com. And once again, thanks again for tuning in. And I will be posting a next video real soon on how to properly make money on other people's money. The term OPM. And I will also talk about how to make money with other people's money, other debt or other investment money. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.